Defiance 2050, is it a good game? Well, let's be honest, Trion Worlds ended up remaking this game, sort of, if you want to call it a remake. And I already had an issue right when I connected to the game. I had a horrible issue trying to even get in the game. Some sort of email glitch, so that was an amazing start. Good job, Trion Worlds. Now, I was promised a game that had been remastered. Yes, this game is an older game, actually, and it came out a long time back, yes, and it didn't do well back then, and so they decided, let's try it again. But supposedly, the textures were supposed to be higher, and there was supposed to be a lot of improvements and basic core elements changed about the game to make it more fun. I didn't get any of that. Honestly, that is the biggest rubbish I've ever heard. It's completely garbage, let's be honest. The customization's pretty weak, there's not a lot going on there, and the gameplay feels as empty and as boring as when this game originally came out back in the day. Now, I'd played this game originally, I think it was just called Defiance back then, and it wasn't a very fun game back when it came out, and it was quite boring even for then, and just didn't look very good. And it looks like a very broken, outdated Xbox 360 game. And now, Xbox 360 games, I'll be honest with you, some of them look better than this game does. The wonky animations, the glitchiness, the bugginess, the broken, gameplay elements, there's no reason I could even recommend this game. Honestly, there's nothing that makes me say, yes, I don't care how bored you are, there's no way I could say play this game. It's just that bad. The amount of glitchiness between the AI behaviors is so bad. I mean, it's like dealing with a game designed on a PlayStation 1 maybe. It's just so bad. And then things are constantly just disappearing. I mean, it's just silly. There's things going wrong with this game every time I turn around. It's not a very fun game. Honestly, there's not much there to like. The gunplay doesn't feel good. Even at early level game, you shoot someone with a shotgun, you don't instantly kill them, no matter how close you are. You can shoot them in the head with a pistol or whatever you have, and they don't die. You know, then you could kill hundreds of enemies and you don't level up. It's kind of my problem with this game, is the leveling up is so slow, and this is the problem it's always had. And then on top of that, the glitchiness and the wonkiness, and then it's just not fun. The story's not entertaining. This game promises a great and amazing story. You know, they claim so much, you know, about the story being so gripping, so exciting, and it's not. It never was, never will be. It's such a broken game. I don't even know why they bothered to make it a free-to-play game on the PS4. It just seems like a waste of money. Trion World, stick to Trove. At least you've got something there. This is horrible. I mean, this is a game that just isn't right, okay? They try to even make you pay for little extras that you can add on to the game. Who's playing this game for more than 30 minutes, I ask you, because I couldn't bear it for more than 30 minutes. Now, I gave this game back in the day 2 hours of gaming, and it wasn't fun. It just wasn't. I had to struggle through it for those 2 hours. Now you give me a game, and it's free to play still, and I can't even play it nowadays. I just can't. Not even for a video. I played it back in the day just for myself. Now, for you guys, I couldn't even give it more than 30 minutes. No, I just couldn't. It was horrible. The game is broken, wonky, slow. The animations of even walking look silly. And then on top of that, the gunplay is not fun. How can you get with a game like that? You know, the map is a little bit confusing. The textures are very low. I mean, very low poly textures. We're talking about, you know, environments that look like they were made back in the early PC days. You know, it's just not that great. Maybe this game would have had a better chance even when it first came out, if it had come out maybe 6 years prior, because it just was so dated when it first came out that it doesn't even look good, and it still doesn't to this day. Trion Worlds, you said you enhanced the textures, you say you fixed things about the game. I don't know what you fixed, because nothing seems fixed. If anything, it seems slightly more broken than I remember it, or perhaps my memory is, you know, evading me. But I don't know. You guys be the judge, you can see the video for yourself. This game had a lot of problems, and honestly, I cannot sit through this game. I just can't. It's so boring. Now, I've played a lot of games that are boring for many reasons. Maybe there's overcomplication, maybe there's too much in the game. This game has little to nothing to offer in the game, and then on top of that, story-wise, it's just so boring. And there's nothing really to do. And then I will say the section that you're watching this video has none of the PvP, none of the open world elements. I had played this game back in the day for 2 hours, like I said, and I did get to play with other players, and I did get to play the segments where they're like horde mode, if you will. And it's not fun. It's just not. It's just you and a bunch of people sitting around killing, you know, whatever aliens or mutants, whatever the hell they are in this game, and it's not a lot of fun. And then you find yourself basically getting stuck all the time in matches. I remember that, where the enemies wouldn't even spawn. You just sit there waiting. Hopefully, nope, you'd have to unjoin the match and go completely back in. And then the environment. Let's talk about the environment. It is so barren, it's so boring, and there's nothing going on in this game. It's just boring. Look at it. It's such a mess. There's nothing going on in this game. It's just a mess. And I know what you're thinking. It's free to play. Why are my expectations so high? Well, if you see the price of the add-ons that they're trying to do, now they've only got 3 to be fair, but if you've seen the game and you've played the game, you know it's not worth even a dime of your dollar. It's just not. It's so bad that it's just, I can't even recommend it. If you're trying to get with a game that is supposed to feel like something older, because it was, again, when it came out, outdated. Immediately when it came out, it was outdated. Like, so drastically outdated, it was unbelievable. They promised great gameplay to make up for the visual fidelity loss, and their reasoning back in the day was because it was going to be able to play with so many people online, and there was a big open world, there was this whole fad of, you know, open space, roaming, that kind of thing. This game doesn't have much of that. Open space it does have, but not even a lot of it, because there's so many games these days that do a way better job at that. Looking at it from a standpoint of 2018, I don't know what the marketability was for this game. Did Trion Worlds just get this game for a dirt cheap price and decide, hey, let's port it to the new consoles and hope for the best? I don't understand why Trion Worlds likes to make false promises. I still can't understand what they did to change this game. It's like a direct port. There's nothing enhanced about it at all, yet they claim that there's enhancements, they claim that there's better fidelity for the visuals and better gameplay, but there's nothing here. You can't tell me that they did anything, because they really didn't. And like I said, I still don't think there's much reason to port such an old game that was broken and didn't do well on its original launch. I don't see the point, honestly I really don't, and I don't know who's going to be spending money in this game. Even though it's, like I said, 3 things that you can add on, I don't really think you're ever going to want to spend money on this game. It just doesn't have anything to offer. When a game is boring, I don't think a lot of people are going to want to spend their hard-earned money on such a broken experience as it is. If you can't impress or entice a player with its free experience, how the hell do you expect to get people to spend money in the game? It didn't do it back in the day when it originally released, and sure as hell with Fortnite and all these high, you know, fidelity looking great amazing games, I don't think you're going to get anyone to spend money on it. And if you do, God help those people. What do they do for life? I mean, what do they have going on for them? Probably not much. Those are some sad people. Those are people that really need the help right now. Reach out to them. Give them your hand and say, here's a good game. And don't give them Fortnite, guys. Don't do that. That'll make them cry, because it's just so much better looking than this game. But no, seriously, give them Warframe or something. It's free to play. They can afford that at least. And it's a good game. This, not so much. This is garbage. Yes.
Look at this. I shot him in the dick, the balls. Come on now. Glitchy ass game. See, look at that. They're just glitching all around. And there's like this weird fucking music on.
Now watch this part here. I'm shooting the guy, his life bar goes up, then goes down, then goes back, you know, finally down. But like, I literally saw his life bar go up only to go down. And it's not just a one-time thing. I saw this constantly while playing this game. It's just irritating, and it's so tediously boring. God damn it. I had to show you guys what the game actually looked like in my experience. It's just so silly. Again, I know this isn't with the players, you know, real life players in the game at this point, but this just shows you how the AI is, and it doesn't change when you play with the other players. I mean, look how ineffective the shotgun was. A simple punch was more effective. Holy shit. Anyways, guys, the point is, this game is complete trash. It always was trash, and it still is trash. Don't play it. Don't waste your money on it. God help if you do. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. This has been Gamer Today, and if you did, please tell your friends to stay the fuck away from this game. It sucks.